Hello everybody, I am Asaduzaman Biswas. In my previous tutorial, I was discussing about the JavaScript form and form validation. I will discuss few more about your form validation. So before that, I like to do one thing. I can take one row more here, where after password I can take one table row more. So I will copy it and I will paste it here. Okay, here I like to take the email address. Here what I can do, I can take text box and name of it email, and ID is also like to give here email. Okay, so here I will take this input. So I like to copy it and like to paste it here. Okay, like to take the input of given in the email field. So I write here email and like to give this variable name also email, right? Okay, fine. So what the form validation I like to do, one thing I like to do, that is I like to accumulate all the error message. I like to display that message at a time on a div, right? So what I like to do here, one thing I can do, I like to display the error messages in div. So I like to make a div and I can give its name. Suppose I can give its name is error. Okay, and I like to give ID is also your error. Great, this is the starting of div and this is the end of div, and this is the blank div because it doesn't contain any text, because we like to display here the error messages. So what I like to do, I like to take a variable, name this, and at the beginning like to keep this variable blank, right? So what I like to do, don't like to display in this way the error message. I like to display on div. So I like to store the error messages inside this variable err. Okay, and I don't like here this okay, I don't like to stop the execution here, and I like to check the whole fields one by one. So I don't like to use here else. Okay, so I will write here err plus equal to, I am storing the error messages inside this variable. Here I also don't like to stop the execution of program, so I will comment it. Then I will check here this thing. So I will remove this alert method and will write err plus equal to. So remove this sign. You can remove or comment this return statement, then go to here. Okay, and here remove the alert message and write down err plus equal to. Remove this bracket and make this return statement command. Okay, now what we can do here, look what we can do here. At the last we can say if this variable length is 0, in that case we will stop the execution. Means return false, and before that we like to display the error messages, right? So how we can do it? Inside document, that means on this page there is an element, its name is error, error dot. If we write here something like this, okay. Now guys, look, if the length of error is greater than zero, that means there is something wrong in the form. So what we will do here now, we will like to display the message on our div. So we will write here document dot get element by id. What the id we gave here, this is your error. Okay, fine, this is the id of this div, so we will write it here, and dot inner html means on the div we like to display the message that this err variable is containing. So let us see we get any output or not. So I will save it and we'll go to output without writing anything inside these boxes. I am clicking here. Look, I got this message: enter name, enter password, gender, and the error message. So I can do one thing to look it better. I can use brackets. I can use break. I can use break. I can use break. In that case, they will come in the not in the same line. They will come. The error message will come in the separate lines. So let us give here BR, and if I check now the output log, if I click here, good, I am getting the error messages just above the form, right? These are the messages. Okay, great. Now question comes about your email. Suppose if email I also will check the email is a mandatory field, so I can write it down here in this way, copy, and then I can do paste here, and the name will be your email. Okay, then I should write here, what should I write? Enter email. Okay, so I write here enter email, right? And one thing I can do here more, that is I can check the given email is correct or not. So what I can do here, I can write few lines. If what is the name of the variable email dot index of means I am checking is there at the rate inside the input or not. So I write here at the rate and mix of at the rate, so I think this one will be capital letter. Okay, there should be at the rate and dot inside email. In that case it is correct email address, right? So, and I will check again inside this variable there is dot or not. So let us write down this method index of what? The next I am searching your dot, right? If there is at the rate and dot inside the given input, then I can treat it as the correct input, right? As email. Otherwise this is not correct. So I should display here some message, or I should give some message that is err plus equal to, we can write it this way, enter the correct email, enter the correct email, right? Okay, great. So now let us go to output and check it. Is there any mistake or it is there is no error? So let us go to here. Look, if I click here, I am getting all the messages. Now I am writing down the inputs here. AAA password BBB. I wrote here something wrong, email. Then this is mail. Suppose this is French or Spanish, whatever I select, then I clicked, but I am not getting any output. So let us check. Obviously some mistakes I will check. Yes, I did not write here one thing, that is it should be greater than 0, and if should be greater than 0, that means at the rate and dot exist inside the given email address. So okay, fine. Now let us check the output now. Okay, if we click on here, giving us the message, enter name, password, gender, blah blah blah. Now write down the name, then write down the password, then give the wrong email. I gave here wrong email. Email, then here suppose French, Arabic I select, then I click here submit. Look, here I am getting the message, enter the correct email. Now if I write here correct email, something like your okay, if I write some email like this this format should be correct. Now oh no, till here it's showing us the message. So let us check. Yes, so if the condition is true, in that case the error message will be displayed, and we will have to write few more lines, that is if and this condition is false, that means there is no error. In that case what will happen, right? So if there is no error, in that case what we like to do, document dot get element by ID, and the name of the ID is error. Okay, now dot inner HTML equal to nothing because no error now. When return false means continue the execution of code, right? If there is no error, in that case obviously the div will not contain anything and it will return true to continue the processing of coding. So now let us check the output, what we are getting now. Okay, I wrote nothing, dot is message, then I am giving some input here. I give here wrong email, select some gender, then English, click submit. You are getting this message, enter the correct email. Now I like to give correct input. Suppose this is Baki @gmail.com. okay, if I click here, look, now there is no error at all because according to our given condition all the inputs are correct, right? So in this way actually we can take your inputs and we can check the inputs, and all the procedure is known as form validation.